இப்போ உட்காருங்க. இப்போ பேசுங்க.
என்மன் என் மக்களே,
ஆ
309446404.
ஆ
Bharat Mata ki Jai.
ஆ
This message is dedicated to our Prime Minister.
ஆ
Prime Minister birthday falls on 17th September. We wish our Prime Minister all success.
ஆ
On the eve of International Chocolate Day, I wish you all success.
ஆ
Atiti Devo Bhava.
ஆ
Jab jago tab savera.
ஆ
Jaise ko taise khai.
ஆ
Kala aksar binds barabar.
ஆ
Jaisa das vaisa bes.
ஆ
Jahan cha vahan raha.
ஆ
Uch tukan fe bakwan.
ஆ
ये खाई ताके चेता चेता बाते
ஆ
जैसी करिन वैसी बारिश
ஆ
आत बेला तो सब बेला
ஆ
आतिल गंत्री सलकी जीवा
ஆ
जिस गराकित खाई वो बाराकित नहीं
ஆ
करकी की मुक्की दाल बराबर
ஆ
और भाइयों अच्छा सुनिए ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड एज मच एज यू कैन
हाँ।
कोशिश करेंगे
हाँ।
धीरे धीरे एज एन anthropologist and an academician I present all theoretical positions attachment over human made inequalities based on gender, caste, religion, race and place of birth would make listening and learning a Herculean task. An authentic Prime Minister helps others to discover their inner potential and relax the destination of their lives. A fundamental manifestation of respect in the act of attentive listening where someone shares. This truth has been profoundly evident in Prime Minister's personal journey. Always let our conscience be our guide, Prime Minister. Although generosity, the purpose may have a strong social bond unless the effort is monitored at various levels. Aspirations of Bharat and its citizens require institutional reforms in general in governance and dynamic policy shift that will ensure holistic development. Achieve a tall bullet list in the development space. Not only funds need to be harnessed from various stakeholders. Bharat must continue to be at the forefront in the development space and the driver of all aspects be singularly love and respect. Bharat has a rich cultural heritage like the language, wisdom, literature, music, dance, attire and moral values. The traditional outcomes due to several factors. Bharat is a country of variety and diversity. It is true that variety is the spice of life. Bharat needs to remain inclusive in its development agenda and incorporate the changing dynamics of the present day socio-cultural and economic context. Concept of unity in diversity is Bharat conspicuously highlights the necessity to accept everyone irrespective of many differences. Education has traditionally been celebrated as the gateway to knowledge, but it encompasses more than a mere respiratory of facts and figures. Engaging attentive listening to others not only enables us to listen to ourselves better, but also connect with the divine. It involves the art of cultivating and the ability to truly listen to engage the voices that resonate with the thoughts and emotions. Financial guru and our elder sister, Finance Minister Nirmal Sethuraman, reduced inflation, wholesale price rise index. That is normal, be weird. In an age where changing purchases to credit card and spending beyond one's fears and common practice. Act their wage save up and other than the occasional online pay cash for their purchases. To be fair and balanced, there are occasions when incurring debt in a legitimate option. Whenever it's possible, living debt free is the way to be, regardless of our financial state. There is one debt that needs of us owes to our fellow men. It's one obligation that we could never or should never fully repay. Growth is molded not solely by external counters that engage our that five senses, but also by our internal world, where our awareness of these senses shapes in essence. Government of Bharat has replaced the Planning Commission with the Niti Aayog. It has been given the responsibility of development through a shared vision of national development activities, sectors and strategies. While all such endeavours should be aligned to the policies enunciated by Niti Aayog in Bharat context, yet the work has to be excluded. The work has to be executed in a manner which is not tantamount to party lines and along the lines of the priorities listed by the political dispensation of the time. demographic dividend has to get the derived impetus by both the government and non-government machinery. The focus must remain on education, skill development, elimination of gender bias, and employment. However, the heart of all such focus areas should be towards environmental sustainability. Prime Minister's philanthropy and social justice is the act of implementation of generosity endowed upon a community which can bring about the direct change. This is true only when there is a direct connect between Prime Minister and people. It is a relationship built on that needs to be factored in all philanthropic activities and must be understood by all stakeholders. It is time to give due respect and honor to the people who have nurtured and nourished the nature, all taught us certain basic human and ethical values. We stand with the indigenous peoples in protecting, guarding nature, their cultural and human values. Prime Minister should be from the hearts and not from their mere surpluses, which is being needed for philanthropic work. Generosity and establishing goodwill are also two sides of the same coin. Prime Minister's art of giving and apply our minds to acknowledge the good out of such generosity. Prime Minister transitioning from corporate philanthropy to corporate social responsibility. Prime Minister social connect with the giver, wherein large corporations wanted to feel good by doing good. Our Prime Minister believed that most philanthropic work in Bharat has a colored perception of doing good. Prime Minister initiated us renewal from all the development activities, and equity and equality should remain the driver of change. Prime Minister act of charity hinged upon a public critic tool for people as well as the government action. Prime Minister observation is that our over dependency on just philanthropy or doles import giving out subsidies which created the consisting at large. Our Prime Minister being gender sustainable relationship for that matter, sustainability of social system, gender equality, health, environment and climate change. When we listen carefully to our genuine Prime Minister, all our misconceptions vanish away and the development of our altruistic personality. Prime Minister is qualitative and quantitative teacher. The need is to enhance a collaborative federalism through structured support initiatives and mechanisms and bringing at par those communities at the margins we could not have access to development. We should help in furthering the overall development agenda and demonstrate our efforts through the process of changing, encouraging and sharing. Prime Minister respect our individuals' feeling, thinking, determining, meditating, contemplating and deciding. In the present juncture, it is the world used to observe with a great sense of unity and pride, maximizing the use of available resources in our Bharat. We people have the power to change the dynamics of the world. In today's world, listening is paramount. This is a clear call to action, emphasizing the need for our empathy and listening skills more than our qualities that make a person a good leader. Prime Minister's threshold capabilities, intelligent quotient, technical skills, emotional intelligence, self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, social skill, heal, the discrimination, or twist the attitude. This vision has been subtly replaced by the ideology called Hindu Rashtra, which implies cultural justification of Hindu nationalism. The big picture that the people fail to realize is that the Rama Rajya in an inclusive society, whereas Hindu Rashtra is very exclusive. We need to understand that religion is for the people and not people for religion. Religion is just and means the end is union with the diversity. It is not surprising to note that people associate a particular community as violent or vicious. This has been trend for the last few years. Slightly the people are in an authority of appropriated hierarchy history in order to satisfy their own narratives and ideologies. I am remembered of Gandhiji who wished Bharat to behave a Ram Rajya. Ram Rajya refers the ideal rule, sovereign of prosperity, where people live together in peace and harmony, derived of boundaries and barriers, religions and rituals. Let us introspect. Do we take time to listen Mani Ki Baat? This will ensure that the outcomes are sustainable and the peoples at large are benefited from the Yojana projects and scheme launched. The impact of such initiatives will be measurable and development carried out in the true sense. It will be axiomatic to assume that such growth will be inclusive and productive and in the process bring about the derived change. To conclude, our Prime Minister like to once again rated that the development work supported by either the government or the private sector must be in need of the community and not merely based on the agenda of just feeling good by initiating the work. By the way, Bharat acha suniye, Samprakshana will be held on 22nd January 2024. All will be getting ready to go to Ayodhya. By the way, if I had been called for the governor of Tamil Nadu would have been changed within a fraction of a second. ठीक है, जय हिंद.
हाँ.